Paris in the fall, the last months of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories for me, of cafes, of music, of love, and of death.
Hello everyone! Hello and welcome to the glorious return of BS8 Live! I know! Can you believe it? Welcome to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. I am, of course, the Black Shadow, and after an almost month-long hiatus of actually live recordings, you guys had to deal with the occasional raid mode video, a bit sporadic. We are finally back to start getting recording again, folks. Now, I'm well aware this is not one of the games that I announced. There were several that I said I was keeping under wraps, and this certainly is one of them, folks. Fantastic game series. Not that I've done many point-and-click adventure games on this channel. The only one really that comes to mind being the X-Files. But certainly the Broken Sword series, much more mainstream, much more well-known, especially in its heyday. This one being the first game of the series back in 1996, I believe. And a fantastic series it is. Introduced courtesy of my brother, he did a lot of that. Hello if you're watching. Fantastic art style, great direction. I mean, the series and the games received multiple nominations, multiple awards from magazines and award ceremonies, all sorts of bits and pieces, folks. And I thought it would be a fantastic way to kick off BS8 again. So we are here in Paris. It's at the end of the millennium. Ugh. What's your problem, mate? I've seen happier looking clowns, folks, that's all I'm gonna say. Huh? Bloody hell! What on earth are you having there? Neutron bomb? Well, it wasn't quite neutron, but that's quite a bang. My goodness. Oh, God. It is good to be back, everyone. It is good to be back. Got so many other things planned as well. Got another LP that I'm planning to do. One of the ones I did announce I was going to do. That will hopefully be uploading in the next few days from this.
As I picked myself up, all I could hear was the ceaseless drone of traffic. Life went on around me. But the explosion was to change my life forever.
Forever and ever. So, welcome to Broken Sword, everyone. Yeah. Quick intro to the game. Not that you'll need very much of it. Say, it is a point-and-click game. There's plenty of stuff we can expect, all that sort of thing, like a good old point-and-click adventure would be. There's 2 levels of inspections, as we say. Have a look at this absolutely destroyed cafe here. A cursory sort of glance using the circle button.
The blast had blown out the glass, leaving a gaping hole.
And using the X button, we can look at things in a bit more detail.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
That's all the intro you need. I'm sure you guys know how point-and-click adventure games work. I don't really need to tell you that now, do I? All I can say is this place is an absolute mess. The tables are down. I mean, my goodness.
The table had been overturned by the explosion. I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
It has been a lot of entertainment trying to get this game to run properly, folks, as well. That's not been easy. If you see the little cogs here, this means that you can interact with an item.
The umbrella had protected me from the bomb blast, but it was of no use to me now.
If you use the actual in-depth inspection here.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, ain't that easy. Got here as well.
It was an iron lamppost.
Wow, George, you're having a bit of a funny moment here, aren't you, sir? My goodness me, my game doesn't know if it wants to run in 30 frames a second or 60.
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
Don't know why it was doing that. That was a little strange. Apologies for that. Right, okay then. Let's head inside the cafe and see what the hell's even remotely left of this place. So it's not been easy to get this game to run particularly well. It has been pretty tough. Man, this place is decidedly a mess. Goodness me. Oh dear.
It was the body of the old man. It was hard to believe I'd seen him alive only minutes before. I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pockets. No wallet, no papers, no credit cards. The guy's past was a blank page.
Bit weird, isn't it? You'd have thought someone would have some ID or anything on them. Strange. What got here as well?
A mysteriously undamaged bottle of spirit stood on the bar.
And that escaped this devastation how?
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
Well, guess we can't take that. However, of more important note, my goodness.
The pretty young waitress was unconscious.
Yeah, she looks a bit rough. You alive? Ah, good.
Oh, my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh. American.
Hold on a sec,
She asked the question quite innocently, but I could sense her reserve. It was something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could use a little drink. I feel sick, dizzy, and bruised. I don't even remember the party.
Just relax
Some
and
party.
take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Well, before we answer that, give me 2 seconds. Right, hopefully that should help the recording a little bit more. Sorry about that. So there's various points in this game where we're given our choices how we want to respond, and some of them we can choose whether we want to tell the truth or just completely lie. Honest here, George is he's no doctor, folks.
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid. Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
In your state, my dear, I mean, shock and everything, is that really a good idea?
You could be in shock. No alcohol.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She didn't respond. If I wanted another cappuccino, I'd have to serve myself.
So yes, there's various options that you can take and they'll branch out different paths of what can happen in this game, and sometimes they're quite deceptive what they can be. I'm guessing I can't do anything with this now. No, so if we were to reboot this entire dialogue sequence, so I can show you some different options here. So like if say I am a doctor.
Yes, I am.
Which I'm not.
I studied under Dr. Benton.
Who is he?
Only one of the most brilliant medical minds on this planet. He taught me everything I know about medicine. Can you remember anything at all?
No.
So at
I
this
need
point,
a
does it make
drink.
a difference?
Pour me a brandy.
Might do later. Yeah, alright.
Is that straight or with ice?
Just give me the bottle with a cheat on it.
Yeah.
I guess a little drop won't hurt.
Yeah. So if we actually do decide to give the waitress the brandy.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about the old man? Is he dead?
Yeah, so now if we tell her that he is...
Yes, he is.
Ah, mon Dieu. I've never seen a real-life corpse before. Except for Grandmaman. That was different.
She
was
doesn't actually
family.
pass
Has
out.
he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes.
So the fact that she hasn't passed out means we can ask her a few questions, which is good.
Did you know the old man?
No, monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated, he kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that look about him, like a guilty husband.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that all about Tune played all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
Love the musical cues.
I never
in this
liked
game.
accordion music
Love
either.
them. Absolutely love all the musical cues you'll hear from time to time. They're so good, so good.
Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him.
Laughed?
Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
Weird.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
Weird. You'd have thought if someone stole it, you'd have thought you'd at least made some attempt to get it back. Whatever was in it.
Did the old man try to stop the clown?
Oh, he didn't have a chance. The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Alright then.
Stay here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
And get you some help, because you look like you need it.
The waitress was clearly suffering from shock.
Yeah, she's not in a good state, folks. I don't think there's much more we can glean from inside the cafe here. So let's head outside and see what we can't see. See if there's anything else we might have missed. Well, there is one thing I didn't point out, folks, and that is actually on the lamppost, quite craftily hidden down the bottom here. There is...
Wrapped around the lamppost was a newspaper.
Yeah, this little icon means that we can attempt to pick it up.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page. It read Salah ad-Din, 1345.
Okay. Alright, well, we've got that. That will stick around in our inventory up here.
It was a Paris daily tabloid newspaper, full of sex, scandal, and sports results.
So, we've got that. Right, well, let's take stock check. Cafe explosion, people hurt. I think we should get some help. Appears to be some man over there, worker there. Perhaps we can get some help from him. Let's go get some help. We are way in over our heads here. Whoa.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
That's not good.
Whoa, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant. Move. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café, marche.
Well, help's arrived, I think. I think it has. Not quite what I would have described as particularly helpful, but, you know, we'll take what we can get. Just back to the cafe.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Huh?
Stop holding your breath at once.
Are you talking to...
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead, Moo?
Oui, monsieur, but I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death.
Oh, God.
However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur.
Oh, God.
Why, he was no more real than Poirot or Tintin.
That's different, Moo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
Sergeant Moo is awesome. That's all I'm saying.
I doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur. It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity, Moo.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
I do not doubt that for one moment. Et
Oh,
maintenant,
God.
to business.
Oh, God. So, yeah, it's like lines like that, of course, if we hadn't given her the drink, that would never have
Your
happened.
name, please?
Oh, dear.
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so, apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yep, we did indeed.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion? Bon, the picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She says the American claimed to be a doctor. He forced her to drink the brandy.
I can explain everything.
Can you,
Yeah, you remember we said that?
Almost everything.
Eh bien,
Yeah,
I have heard
folks.
enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious?
Huh?
If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness a scientific breakthrough.
Oh, my God. I'm trying to work out which one of them is more incompetent. But yeah, that little line there about being the doctor, that's a friendly warning of this game, reminding you to be careful what you say and do. It might just come back to haunt you. So, be careful about that. But we did get to pick up the inspector's card here. Yeah, let me look at it. Game?
The card read, Augustin Rousseau, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery.
Which is the police station, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, that's cool. We can do that.
The sergeant was a scrawny man in his 50s who resembled a constipated chicken.
That's blunt.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
Goodness me.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rosso's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you
What?
think?
I think he is the devil.
What? Oh my gosh.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho detective stuff?
Of course, Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
Yeah, fair enough. What else we got? We can also ask about things on our inventory that we have as well.
Look, Sergeant, the inspector gave me his card.
Yes, monsieur. He wants you to advise him if you have any information concerning this case.
Well, I'd be glad to talk with him, but I don't want him working his psycho weirdness on me.
Ah, no, monsieur. You are confusing the science of parapsychology with witchcraft.
Oh, yeah? What's the difference?
We don't do sacrifices.
Oh, really? Oh, that's the difference. Well, that's pleasing to know.
I found this in the street, Sergeant.
That, monsieur, is a newspaper, no?
Good
There's
spot.
a note written on it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
Ah, so the meeting with the clown was planned.
How do you make that out?
The time of the explosion was between 1:30 and 2 o'clock, n'est-ce pas?
I guess so. But what about the name?
Aha!
That stumped you, hasn't it?
I have never been stumped, as you put it, in my life, monsieur. It is the name assumed by the clown, no?
Salah Eddin the clown? I don't think so.
Not convinced, folks. Well, Sergeant's not going to let us back in the cafe. He's not going anywhere. So,
See you later, Sergeant.
yeah, we'll deal with him later. Meanwhile, I'm sure you have noticed a certain figure that's been wandering around the scene taking photos the past 6 years.
The girl presented a confident but sullen mask to the world. An expression more suited to the face of a delinquent youth.
Well, let us talk with this delinquent youth.
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Oh, an American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
Huh?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of nightclub?
No, it is a newspaper.
Idiots.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh, God. It's him again.
Huh? Again? What do you mean by that?
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Oh. Okay, fair enough.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Yeah. Right, we don't want to click this little icon here. That'll move things along. So let's ask everything else. And I'll just save stages in case I'm wrong.
How did Plantar get your name?
Through the newspaper La Liberté. I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders. One in Italy, the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costumed killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information.
Yeah, okay.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English for an American.
Ouch.
Do you know a police officer called Rosso?
Rosso? Our paths have a knack of crossing. If I didn't know better, I'd say it was deliberate. Have you seen Rosso? Is he here?
He's inside, attempting to question a witness with his psychic powers.
What? That guy is weird.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Rosso didn't blink when I told him about the clown. It's as if he already knew.
That is typical of a cold fish like Rosso. I've seen cheeseburgers with more spunk.
What? Did I just hear that? Oh my god.
Look, the inspector gave me his card.
I didn't know his first name was Augustin. It suits him, I must say.
Oh dear, maybe I shouldn't have showed her the card.
I found this newspaper outside the cafe.
That is not a newspaper, it's a gossip rag.
It may have belonged to Plantar.
So, he had a taste for sensationalist smut with right-wing bias. That doesn't tell us much.
There's something written in it. Salah Eddin, 1345.
It sounds like a betting tip. The name of the horse and the time of the race. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, really? I don't know. It could be that, or it could be a meeting time, but... Well... Do you know many people called Salah Eddin? Yeah, I'll go along with it.
That's what I thought, but the name of the meeting isn't given.
Well, so what? I'm not the least bit interested in horse racing, are you?
No, but it could be a clue to the killer's next move.
Do you think his next victim will be the jockey? Or the horse?
She looked at me with a playful twinkle in her eye. Okay, it's a long shot.
Okay, then.
Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Ooh, alright, we're in business.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Oh.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. Bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Damn you, woman! Yeah, alright, folks. So, that was Nicole Collard, who will be a very useful ally for us. Right, I suppose one more thing we'll do before we end the video is, we do know when the, from the opening cutscene, when the bomber left the cafe, he did run down this sort of general direction. Let's go have a look, see if we can find anything. Because you'll see, there's an alleyway down here we can go visit. So apparently this is where the bomber ran. See if we can't try and track him down, perhaps. See where he went. A bit of a dead end, actually. Huh. See if we can't find anything of any interest. Oh, what was that?
The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight.
Climb on the roof?
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Oh.
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
You utter vandal. Through here? Nope.
The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars.
Didn't go that way. Well, we can have plenty of a look around.
It was a battered old trash can.
See, we can't find anything at all. Nope, nothing in there.
It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine.
Anything in here, George?
I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
Nah, apparently not.
It was a battered old trash can.
Trash cans? Anything in this one? Ugh.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
I don't know what that's quite like. I can imagine it's not particularly pleasant, so we'll go with that. Anything in trash can number 3? Whoa! Now that might be the quickest cat you ever saw, folks. Courtesy of the fact that this game is being emulated, a lot of the sequences are actually a little faster than what they used to be in the original game because, you know, PC runs faster than the old console does. So you'll see that a lot. Anything else?
It was a plastic crate.
And also, yeah.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Yeah, decidedly so. Anything in the crate? No.
There was nothing of interest.
Not particularly. Nothing very much of interest at all anywhere here. Apart from this.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer. I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Is it possible maybe our killer escaped down the sewer entrance? Maybe. Maybe, folks. Right, well, I think that is probably going to be where I'm going to have to end this first video back. It feels really weird. It's been so long since I've recorded a video, folks. It really has. So that is where I'm going to end this video, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will be tracking along for a bit more Broken Sword, which is a hell of a game. And to the other LPs that will be coming along very, very soon. So, including a certain Capcom title, which has been on the to-do list for a long, long time, folks. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.